To convert an image inside of Photoshop into a smart object, all we have to do is open up the Layers panel and right-click in the layer and choose Convert to Smart Object. Once you do that, you'll receive an icon in the corner here that tells you that it's a smart object and it can be edited by double-clicking it. So if I double-click it, I go to the original file and I can make some changes, and once I'm done, all I have to do is save it, and then I'm returned to my smart object. What I want to show you here as well is that I can scale it without worrying about losing any quality, because once again, this is now a representation of the original data. So I'll go ahead and press Command or Control T. I'll scale her down, really small. I'll hit Enter or Return, and I'll scale her back up, press Command or Control T, and I'll scale her all the way back up. I'll hit Enter or Return, and boom, she looks just the way she did before. Now, what if you want to work with Adobe Illustrator, for example? You want to bring in a vector file, such as this character here I created called Thief, which is a night elf, and it's a rogue. And I want to bring this into Photoshop. But I want to be able to come back to Illustrator at any time to change colors or to move things around. Well, if you want to bring in Illustrator artwork, let me go ahead and hide her for a quick second. You don't want to go to File, Open. You want to go to File, Place. Placing artwork into Photoshop will bring it in as a smart object. So I'll bring her in, thief.ai. I'll go ahead and say Place, and I'll accept. And there she is. I'll go ahead and scale her up. And here's the artwork. Notice the icon. Look in the Layers panel. We see that we have this smart object icon. So I'll scale the thief up. And when I do that, by the way, we get this pretty jagged representation because we know that we don't really need to see high quality when we're zooming it up. I'll put her where she belongs right here. And let's say I want to change the color of her cloak from green to blue. Fine. Double click on the smart object. Go to Illustrator. Then you go ahead and select whatever you want to change and make sure everything's unlocked here. And what I could do is grab a part of her cloak like this, and I'll change the color. So I'll go to blue, and then I'll save. And once I go back to Photoshop, it updates. Notice the cloak is blue. That's the benefit to using smart object technology inside of Photoshop. Not only do you retain a pristine quality, you also retain the ability to go back to another illustration application and make changes, bring those right on into Photoshop as you save it.